After my last video comparing Godzilla and Clifford the Big Red Dog, a lot of people were confused. So let's make a more fair comparison. Take Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. He's a perfect middle ground between Clifford and Godzilla. Clifford is big and red. Stitch is alien and blue. Clifford can knock over telephone poles. Stitch is strong enough to knock over telephone poles. And both of them try to fit in as domesticated house dogs. So what's the difference? Stitch actually has a real backstory. At the beginning of the movie, we learn that Stitch was created by a scientist who took his knowledge too far. Like Godzilla, Stitch is a monster that threatens civilization because he destroys everything he touches, a trope that runs all the way back to Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. With Clifford, we have no clue how he came to be. Why is he red? Why is he so big? Clifford raises huge questions that could give rise to a real story, but none of them ever go anywhere. Even Louis C.K., my favorite comedian, noticed this.
I hate Clifford the Big Red Dog. I hate him. There's 50 books about Clifford the Big Red Dog. 50 books. And they all tell the exact same story. Look how big this dog is. That's it. That's it. Look how big this dog is. It's the whole book. Here's how big he was at the firehouse. Here's how big he was at Thanksgiving. It should be, look how big I drew the dog in this book. Isn't that a mistake? There's no story. Tell a story about Clifford. Make something happen where maybe he steps on a policeman.
And he's right. Clifford's size never develops into an actual story. It's just played for laughs. It's a gimmick. But with Stitch, everything about him has consequences. Stitch being alien, being different, is exactly what makes the story work. It shows how hard it actually is to domesticate a weird, powerful monster. That's why Lilo is drawn to Stitch in the first place. Lilo herself is already out of sync with the world around her. She doesn't fit in with her peers. She has different dolls, for example, different expectations from her friends, and a totally different sense of what's normal. Because Lilo is already alien herself, she's far more receptive to Stitch than the adults around her. And throughout the movie, you can clearly see how differently each character reacts to him. That's what Lilo and Stitch is really about.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody
gets left behind
or forgotten.
The movie isn't about love being easy. It's about love being hard. Stitch's weirdness creates real problems, real damage, and real failure. One of the most touching moments in the movie is when Stitch discovers the story of the ugly duckling and realizes that no matter how hard he tries, he still doesn't belong. And he's right. At one point, Lilo completely turns her back on him after he destroys her house. Stitch doesn't get unconditional acceptance or love just for existing. He has to change. He has to take responsibility. He has to save Lilo. Only then does he earn his place as part of the family. That's the difference. Stories work when power has consequences. Godzilla's power overwhelms the world. Stitch's power disrupts everyday life. And Clifford's power does nothing. And that's why Stitch feels real and Clifford doesn't.